Hello, class 4. Hope you're all okay. Hope you enjoyed reading the poems yesterday. Bit of a miserable morning this morning outside, but I'm here to brighten up your day. Just pour myself a nice cup of peach and ginger tea. What else would it be? Before we start today's writing lesson. I would drink it now and say cheers, but it's a bit boiling hot, so I'll leave it to cool down while we go through the lessons. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Poetry, writing to entertain, and this, and we're doing it through poetry. Nice, simple, steady starter for you today on your poems. You're going to write a poem. It's going to be, it's a funny one. You're going to do an acrostic poem. You'll have seen them before. So today you're going to learn to write an acrostic poem, and you're going to learn to choose vocabulary effectively. So you all know that vocabulary means words. So you're not going to do a lot of words today. So you're going to make sure that you choose your words really, really carefully. Take your time on it. Don't just put the first idea that comes into your head. If you do that, the lesson, you'll be finished your work in about 5 minutes. But if you take your time, after watching this video, you should spend about 20 minutes on it. And then I'll be able to mark it, give you some feedback so you can log back in and see how you got on and make some changes if I feel like you could choose some different words. So that's working on vocabulary. Poetry, acrostic poem, an acrostic poem. So an acrostic poem is when you choose words or phrases using the initial letter of a word. So let's have a look. I'll show you the task that you're going to do, because I've done a preview. So on Teacher Made, you're going to do a robot acrostic poem. And as you can see, I put a few pictures of robots to give you some inspiration. But I've put the letters of the word robot down the left-hand side. And you've got boxes in which you can type. So this box here would start with the letter R. You would think of a word or a phrase that starts with the letter R, and then an O, and then a B, and then another O, and then a T. Like I say, it's not a particularly long poem. It's only going to be 5 lines long. So I would say 5 minutes on each word. So 5, 10, that's 25 minutes, not 20. 5 minutes really thinking about what words you can think of beginning with R, what words you can think of beginning with O. We'll come to that in a second, but let's do an example together. I'm going to open up a new document here so we can do one together, and let's do one for Mr. Blake. So here's an acrostic poem. This is the format for it. So we've got the letters for Blake there. So let's make it a bit bigger so you can see it clearly. So there's Blake. So we're going to think of words or phrases that describe me using the word be. Now, one thing you can't do is just put the first B word. So big, long, animal, kicks, elephants. Big, long animal kicks elephants. So you can't do that because that took me less than 30 seconds, but none of these words, apart from maybe animal, has got anything to do with Mr. Blake. So you need to not do that, please, not do that. So don't just put the first thing that comes in. Take your time on it, take your time and really think about your choice of vocabulary for this task. So let's go back to it and let's have a really good think about something beginning with B that describes me, Mr. Blake. So pause the video and have a think, see if you can think of any words or phrases. A phrase is a group of words. So you can have 3, 4, 5 words. It doesn't have to be one word. So a word or a group of words, a phrase to describe Mr. Blake. Pause the video. Okay, hope you've had some good ideas. I'm going to go for, now I'm gonna go for a boring old teacher. Boring old teacher. Boring old teacher. You might not think I'm boring, you might not think I'm old, but this morning with the rain, I've got a bit of a sore lip and my knees are a bit sore. I'm feeling a bit old today. And this whole remote learning is not as much fun as being in class. So at the moment, boring old teacher seems to work for how I'm feeling. Okay, so that's good. That's a phrase, 3 words. So let's go to the L. Ideally, I would have thought about this before recording the video, but I'm going to make it up as I go along. So pause the video now and you think of a word or a phrase beginning with L. Okay, we've had some good ideas. I'm going to go for listens to his class attentively. Listens to his class. Boring old teacher listens to his class attentively. That attentively is an adverb for how I listen. Attentively means I listen closely. I really pay you lots of attention. Okay, very good. Let's have a go at A. Let's have a go at A now. So pause the video. Okay. Always tries to help. Boring old teacher listens to his class attentively, always tries to help. Okay, I'm getting on quite well here. So pause the video. I pause the video and thinking of a word or a phrase beginning with K. I've got to go with this one. Kicks my shins during football. The boys and girls are always complaining that during football I accidentally kick them in the shins and give them bruises. Not great. So kicks my shins during football. Boring old teacher listens to, and I'm going to put this as if I'm a student in the class. Let's just change that to listens to me. Imagine I'm going to pretend I'm a pupil in my class. A boring old teacher listens to me attentively, always tries to help, kicks my shins during football. And then A, Mr. Blake, have a pause, off you go. Every day is an adventure. Yay! There we go. There we go. Boring old teacher listens to me attentively, always tries to help, kicks my shins during football. Every day is an adventure. That's a lovely acrostic poem to describe Mr. Blake. Now, the issue I've got is I started a bit negative here with boring old teacher, and all the rest of my lines are positive, except maybe kicks my shins during football, but that's more of a humorous one. So I'm going to try and change this boring old teacher one because I think I started off a bit negative. So this is what I want you to do. When you've finished your acrostic poem, just go back. Has it got the right tone? Does each line match and join up with all the others in terms of tone and atmosphere? I don't want, if you want to do a negative thing about robots, fine, but make sure they're all negative. If you want to do a positive one, make sure they're all positive. If you want to do a funny one, make sure they're all funny. So let's see if I can think of a place B. Let's see what I can do instead of boring old teacher. Let's go for brilliant. 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 Let's go for, brilliant author of poems. There you go, look, spot on. That's me having a go at Mr. Blake. If you want to have a go at your own name first as a practice, that's fine. Or some adult in your house, that's fine. Or you can go straight to click on the link that will take you to the teacher made and fill in the robot acrostic poem. As soon as you finish it, make sure you click I'm done. So when you're done, it'll send it to me and I'll have a quick mark of it. I'll give you some comments and then tomorrow morning, I'll send you a link so you can go back and see how you got on. So hopefully you'll enjoy doing that today. It's a nice introduction to poetry. And then tomorrow we look at something slightly different. Enjoy it, take your time and really choose those vocabulary words carefully.